with Cinema. Welcome back to War with Cinema. I am your host, Greg, your local metalhead, and with me is...
Par the Collector. What's up, dude?
And we are back with another movie. It is your pick. What'd you pick for us today?
Reindeer Games, starring Ben Affleck, the Ben Affleck.
Yeah. It was directed by John Frankenheimer, written by Ewan Kruger, and as you said, actors Ben Affleck, Charlize Theron, Gary Sinise,
Love Charlize Theron.
and Denise what's his name? Farina?
Oh, Dennis Farina.
Farina, there you go.
Yeah, I love Dennis Farina.
Terrible at names.
It's Italian.
I
think.
So this movie cost $42 million to make.
Did it?
Yeah.
That seems like a lot.
Well, there was a lot of, I wouldn't say A-list, but a lot of actors in this.
I guess, they hadn't hit their point. Some of them hadn't hit their peak yet. But
yeah, that's true.
They were getting paid.
It only grossed $32 million worldwide, though.
Yeah, I could have seen that. Didn't want to go make that back. 42 mil? Damn.
Yeah.
They must have good food on set.
Yeah, right? Maybe it's for those explosions they had here and there.
Getting dead hookers out of Ben Affleck's trailer. Yeah.
So I also wrote down when this came out. When do you think this movie actually released in theaters?
I want to say probably 98, 99.
No, like time of the year.
Oh, Christmas time.
It released February 27th.
Oh, well, you're still in the Christmas vibe, though.
No, not really.
February? Shit. They didn't even go for October.
They tried. So this was originally supposed to be released in Christmas, but it had such bad test screenings that they had to push it back to do reshoots and stuff.
Damn.
I thought that was a funny little fact about this
Who
movie.
would have known? Gary Sinise being the bad guy, you got to reshoot shit.
Yeah. Because I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, oh, this should have came out like Christmas time. Looked it up now, February. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah,
I remember going to see it in theaters. That's the shitty part about it.
Oh, really?
Like, I remember my dad taking me. He was like, yeah, it's going to be a shoot 'em up. You know, we watched the trailer on TV, and he was like, yeah, we're going to go see this. It's got that guy from Armageddon I like. Yeah.
So this is your pick, and it's supposed to be me reviewing, like, my first viewing of this movie, and I'd never seen it. And as I started watching it, I was like, we're in for a ride. I was like, this is not going to be good. But then something magical happened. I heard a man yell, there are monsters in the gelatin.
Yeah.
Isaac Hayes.
Yep.
And I was like, there is something here. Because that is the most ridiculous line in a movie ever.
It's Godfather of Soul, man.
So I started to...
love Isaac Hayes.
I started to really get into this movie at that point. I was like, oh, this may be bad, but like...
Oh, it's bad. It's bad, but
maybe we'll have a good time. And I watch these movies with my wife.
Yeah.
And we had a great time watching this movie.
I'm glad.
We laughed constantly throughout this whole movie. There was not a shortage of gems in this movie.
Oh, Ben Affleck, when he's just like, I need my pie. I just got out of prison. I'm getting some pie.
So the story, the base of the, what do you call it? The synopsis of this movie is basically Ben Affleck meets a guy in prison, befriends him.
Yeah, I think they're cellmates, right?
Yeah. The guy dies in prison.
Gets shanked on his last day.
Yeah, but he's been talking to a girl on the outside.
Bad chick.
And they're supposed to be getting released at the same day, and he was going to meet his cellmate was going to meet this chick.
And he was going to go get some pie.
God damn it, you and the fucking pie.
He loved that fucking cobbler, man. Like, that's the best fucking cobbler I've ever had.
Give me some pecan pie.
Some fucking pecan pie. Some fucking what was it? Was it hot chocolate pecan pie?
Yeah,
or
hot
was it
chocolate
coffee
pecan pie.
Yeah, he just had to have his shit. Like, I love that.
So anyway, his cellmate Dale dies while they're in prison.
Yep.
So he pretends to be his cellmate.
Yeah.
When he's meeting this chick.
And I mean, if you walked out of prison and you ain't had no loving and God knows how long, and you saw that was the chick waiting on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna pretend to be that guy too.
Yeah.
Like,
Charlize Theron is fucking gorgeous in this movie.
Honestly, if the guy wouldn't have got shanked in there, if I'd have seen her outside before he did, I probably would have killed him on the way out.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, she's just that bad. Like,
she is. So he pretends to be this guy.
Turns out she's in on it.
Hey, you're jumping way ahead.
Oh, am I?
Yeah. So they go to the hotel.
Yeah.
They, do the dirty deed.
Good shit.
And then her brother and his, what do you call them? Sidekicks?
His gang. His
little
goons.
His
yeah.
little gang.
The
They all
squad.
show up and tell him that he needs to help them rob his old job, the
Which is,
casino.
it's a minor casino.
Yeah.
It's not like in Vegas or anything.
Yeah.
Is it on a reservation?
No, it's in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just remember there not being a lot of shit around it.
Yeah, because the casino manager, he has the conversation with the Indian tribe that's
Right.
that's running it, and he's like, "There's nothing out here, and there's a bunch of snow. That's why our numbers are down. That's why we don't get Las Vegas
That's right.
numbers."
That's right. Dennis Farina.
Yeah,
Gold. Gold.
he can't go back to Vegas.
Nah, man, because you could tell he's a bad motherfucker. Like, boom, boom.
I just can't get over how many times he said that in this movie. He's like, "Can't go back to Vegas."
No. Yeah, you could tell he wanted to, too. He's a good side character in that movie.
Oh, I thought he'd done a
They
great
give him
job.
a lot to work with, and he's a bright spot.
Oh man, near the end of the movie, he has one of the greatest lines.
Oh, he really does. Yeah.
I cracked up when he said that. So they get together, derive this plan to rob this casino. Keep in mind, that's not Ben Affleck. That's not what he did. He Yeah.
did not work at this casino.
No, they think he's his cellmate. So he has to play this character. He keeps telling them, like, "I'm not that dude."
And they're like, bullshit, you're not him. Yeah.
One part, he's like, "So you got out of jail, pretended to be this guy, so you could fuck my sister?"
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying to
And
you,
you think
man.
you think that would be a good thing to say?
I mean, I guess he felt like they were going to kill his ass either way, but
That's true.
at least I'm going to just be like, man, I'm not even going to try to rob this place. I just got out of prison. At least try to tell these guys, look, man, I know you're going to be pissed, but I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
Not that guy.
So finally they are like, "Well, if he's not the guy, we'll fucking kill him because what good is he?"
Yeah.
So as they're about to kill him, he's like, okay, I'm that guy." Like, and he fucking just owns up to it. Like,
Now he's got to do it.
now he's got to do
pull
it.
off.
But before I do this, I need some hot chocolate. It's a pecan pie.
Pecan fucking pie. That's how he bought time. That was cool. I
Yeah.
thought that was pretty cool. Like, there was a bunch of cheese in this movie.
Yeah,
but-
there was. And the timing is weird. Like, his hot chocolate and pecan pie, he should have, like, went out and got it immediately after, and then I would have understood why he ate it like an animal.
Right.
Like,
but
do you remember how
I think
he ate
wanted
that
the
pecan
pie more than he wanted her pie.
Yeah.
Like, it was just one of those things.
Yeah, I
Like,
guess so.
That's in front of me first, so I guess I'll knock that craving out.
But there's been so much time between him getting out and wanting this pecan pie. Like, he shouldn't have eaten it like an animal like he did. Like, he just ravaged that plate.
Oh, I'm sure it's the greatest thing he could put in his mouth, in a good while. So.
And he keeps, like, being a smartass to them, too.
I mean, shit, at that point, you're like, man, you're going to fucking kill me anyways. Like, I'm just going to talk reckless.
I guess.
It's Ben Affleck, man. That's what he does. Talks that shit.
So there's a bunch of exposition about them trying to set up this whole thing.
They're not very good robbers either.
They've never robbed a place before. They're
That's
just
right.
murderers.
That's right. I remember something about that because they're fucking idiots.
Yeah.
They've never done it.
Yeah, Shirley's there, and it's like, they've never robbed a place. And he's like, what? They've never robbed a place. So
This is the first. Yeah, I remember that now. But
so they finally go rob the casino. Well, they stake out the casino first.
that's what I was gonna say was a good plot point. Like, he didn't know shit about this place, so
Yeah.
he wanted to take a look at it. So he told him that they changed a bunch of shit. No, the slot machines were over here, and the bar was over there, and da 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 da. So like, they give him money to go in and check it out, and then that's when he tries to dip out on him.
Yeah. Ashton Kutcher is in this movie for like all of like 2 scenes.
Shout out to Kutch.
But
Yeah.
but my whole thing, like, was Ashton Kutcher big? I know.
He had that what's the that
Uh,
70s show, man.
Yeah, and then
So he
Dude
was
Where's
kinda
My
big.
Car came out the same year, so I don't know if he was like a household name yet.
Yeah, he wasn't household, but he was on the come up.
But it's weird seeing him in this movie now.
Yeah, he just pops up.
Yeah,
Like,
I was like, is that Ashton
hey,
Kutcher?
Ashton Kutcher, what are you doing in
Has
this
this fucking
bathroom?
lame ass goatee that looks fucking awful.
Yeah, man. I wonder how much he got paid for that. Like,
Probably nothing, because I think he is an up and coming, but
God, they had to show him something. They fed him. They
Yeah.
gave him a shirt, something.
Shirt.
Like, yeah. Like,
but yeah, it's weird seeing him in there. So the guy trades clothes with Ashton Kutcher's character to try and get away. And this is like where some of the greatness comes into this movie.
greatness.
They chase him out onto a
block of ice.
block of ice, and they're shooting him and Charlize Theron as they're running away, and I guess they shoot the ice right under her feet, and she falls in.
She falls in, yeah.
But it is the most ridiculous fall I've ever seen. Like, it's awful.
And then you hypothermia. She would have died.
Yeah. But I just, like, when I seen that fall, I'm like, really? Did y'all just go with the first take? You're like, fuck it, we got it. Because it looks terrible.
We're running a roll, guys. Like,
and not only that, like, Ben Affleck character runs up, looks in the pond like, oh my god, she fell in. And then he falls in even more comically. Yeah. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah,
they just gave no fucks.
He should have kept it moving, man.
And then he has the shotgun that he got from Gary Sinise's character, shoots the ice, they get out, and this is where another great scene is. An old man is doing some ice fishing off to the side, and he runs up, he's like, you guys okay? Gary Sinise and all his, like, henchmen are there, and they're like, we're fucking fine. And Ben Affleck's character is trying to yell at the man, but he's so cold he can't get the words. He got him. It's the greatest fucking thing ever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shit, dude. That's probably the only real shit in there. Is the fact that bitch's lungs would have been frozen over.
Yeah, but you got to watch that again because this is the silliest fucking thing.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
I was laughing my ass off when he was trying to yell at that old man.
It's fucking cold.
So then this old man goes into his little ice fishing house, and Gary Sinise's character shoots up the ice house. And this is one of those things, like, this doesn't need to be in the movie. I think they're trying to show how
ruthless they were.
Yeah, but it's like, it didn't really need to be in here. They could have taken it out, and I would have felt no difference.
So they blasted the old man? Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. No, he didn't even blast him. He shoots the old man from outside of the ice fishing house, walks up to the house, opens the door, and the old man's on the floor, like, he's fucking bleeding out. But Gary Sinise's character still proceeds to shoot the ice around him, so he falls into the ice. Like,
you gotta get rid of the body.
Damn.
I'm sure that looked badass, though. 1997.
Yeah.
Ice grave.
I was like, damn, that's so, like, I don't know.
It's brutal, huh?
It was pretty brutal. It was, like, on the same level of a dog dying in a movie. Like, that's how bad I felt.
Well, that's how they promoted this fucking movie. Like, that's what I remember more about this movie than anything was the fucking trailer. Mm-hmm. Reindeer Games. Like, guns, Christmas, Ben Affleck, Reindeer Games. Like,
oh, speaking of, I skipped over a part. Whenever they first crash in on Ben Affleck and Charlize Theron in the apartment.
Oh, yeah.
My wife mumbles to herself. She's like, don't be playing any reindeer games with me. And then Gary Sinise's character says it, like, almost immediately after she does. The timing was perfect, and she, like, laughed for 5 minutes straight.
You knew they were going to have to drop that in there, though.
Yeah. My whole problem, though, is in that context, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't have to.
To me.
You just got to get the title in there.
Reindeer Games comes from, Rudolph.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't let him play any reindeer games.
Yeah, exactly. So Rudolph is the outcast, so they're the ones playing reindeer games.
Right.
So excluding or including Ben Affleck and telling him not to play reindeer games is him excluding them from himself? I don't know. It just doesn't make sense in my head.
I guess I see what you're doing. I see where you're going with that. Yeah, it should have been Ben Affleck saying that to Gary Sinise.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. But he didn't want to be in on the game.
Speaking of, since we're talking about Rudolph, Ben Affleck's character's name is Rudy, and his cellmate's character name is Nick.
Yeah.
Which is, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and
Saint Nick,
aka Santa Claus.
Right.
I didn't even notice that till after I watched the movie. I thought that was pretty, like...
Yeah, because you need it. It's a big plot point going forward. This movie's ridiculous, man. This is probably the worst one on my list that I gave you.
Really?
Honestly. Like, I knew that it could go either way with it. Like I said, either he'll laugh and enjoy it, or he'll just be pissed off. Like
I was pissed off at first, but then I found the gems because I'm the kind of person where if a movie is being earnest, but it's so terribly done that I find humor in it. because it's kind of like watching a train wreck. You just can't stop looking at it.
Right. But I mean, it gets to that point where it's just like, what am I watching now? Which I don't think this movie gets to that point. But
No, it
because
has
of the $42 million they spent making it. But
it has too many gems, too many like laughable moments. That is like, oh my god, that was so bad. It's great.
what I always found great about it was just like how many big name people they had in it, and
Yeah.
it just did so terrible. Like, and I mean, obviously you watch the movie and you know where they went wrong, but like
Yeah, it just fumbled along. It was like,
there's a lot of movies in the late '90s that are like that, just big budget, big action stars, and they just flopped.
Yeah.
Like,
but there's also some that were not that great that took off.
oh yeah, look at Boondock Saints, man. That movie didn't do shit in theaters. And it's a cult classic.
No, I'm talking about movies that really aren't all that, like Independence Day is not that good of a movie.
No, but
it was huge.
It's got Will Smith. Like he was coming off Fresh Prince. He was that guy.
Yeah.
And then he did Bad Boys, and he was a bona fide star for that shit.
True.
So,
I don't know. The 90s was fucking weird.
well, shit. Look, same thing with Will Smith. You know, for Independence Day, that wasn't that great, but it was made great.
Yeah,
Look at Wild Wild West. Will Smith couldn't even save that shit.
that's true.
And I like Kevin Kline, and he couldn't do anything with that shit movie. They just like Spider. I'm surprised you don't like Wild Wild West, but they're in a poster up in here. Of it.
I've never seen it.
Really?
I've never seen Wild Wild West.
Oh my god, I might have to give you that one, dude.
I heard too many terrible things. I'm like, I like Will Smith, but I'm not like the biggest hardcore fan.
Oh yeah, man, you get to watch him make like jokes at a handicapped guy for a good solid 3-4 minutes.
Really?
2 different times in the movie. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I just didn't ever bother with it. I'm like, I don't feel like wasting my time.
Well, that's a dumb comedy through and through, but
Yeah.
it's funny as shit though. I like it.
So back to Reindeer Games.
Yeah, sorry. But yeah. Yeah, so I didn't know how you'd feel about it. I was
Yeah.
like, you'll either love it or hate it. One or the other.
And then we didn't finish the movie yet.
You haven't finished Reindeer Games?
No, you sound like we're about to wrap this up. We haven't even finished talking about the movie.
No, but
So after that, they go back to the
after they
hotel.
killed the old man.
Gary Sinise is in the game room. They bring Ben Affleck's cold body in there, and he challenges them to a dart off, but he can't shoot the darts because he's too fucking cold, Ben Affleck. So Gary Sinise goes on this weird rant where he starts throwing darts at Ben Affleck's character into his body, like one in his chest and then all up his side. Like, it was ridiculous. It made me
He
laugh.
couldn't feel it. He knew he couldn't feel it.
Well, have you ever been cold and you hurt yourself? It feels like 10 times worse.
Yeah, I got hit in the ear with a dodgeball like in 4th grade. And it was cold as shit outside. Yeah, I thought I wanted to die.
Yeah, shit hurts like 10 times worse than if you were just warm. So I can only imagine how those darts fell.
Yeah, because all your nerve endings are like fucked up.
All jacked up. I don't know. I just thought it was ridiculous. He threw darts at him, and his reaction was fucking great.
Well, Ben Affleck, man, brings that Oscar performance every time.
I don't know. There's like moments in this where he like his character is so like deadpan, and then other where he like overacts like crazy.
Oh shit!
He doesn't find that middle ground.
Yeah, watch Paycheck. You want to see some of that? Like, it's probably the worst Ben Affleck. Well, Geely.
Geely,
Yeah,
hands
it's close.
down.
It's close. It's in the top 5.
I watched Geely just so I could see how bad it was, and
I've never made it through it.
Really? I watched it all the way to the end. It lived up to every bad thing that's ever been said about it.
I think most I've ever made is like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And that was when it got put on like Showtime and shit like that. The year it came out.
Yeah, it's a hard watch. I knew what I was getting into, so
I just didn't like how, like, you know, you think of Ben Affleck and he gets the Oscar for Good Will Hunting, and you're like, wow, this guy's going to be a serious actor. He's going to be another Brad Pitt or something. And he just did so many money grab movies in the late 90s, early 2000s that it was just like, holy shit, Ben, you really just don't care. You just want the money.
yeah.
And then, like, when he would try to get J-Lo in his fucking movies, like, she ruined Jersey Girl. She was in it for 10 minutes and ruined that movie.
No, she did not. Jersey Girl is great. I love that movie.
It's easily Kevin Smith's 3rd worst movie.
No, it's probably one of his best.
Yeah, I'd say other than Tusk and Yoga Hosers, it's probably the worst one.
Damn. I don't think I'd rate it that low.
Yeah, I like Red State more than I like Jersey Girl.
I couldn't say that at all.
John Goodman's gold in that shit, man.
Yeah, John Goodman, but he doesn't save the whole movie.
I just wish that Red State would have had a Jay and Bob cameo. Like, how hilarious would it have been? You watch this whole movie and these kids are getting tortured, and then
Oh, I was waiting
Jay
for
and Bob are sitting in the third row, like, kill these motherfuckers.
I wouldn't put it past Kevin Smith. I
Dude,
wouldn't
that would
have
be
at that
great.
point. Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah,
So they end up robbing the casino.
they try to, yeah. They go after.
Well,
him.
yeah. They try to rob the casino. Like, just start shooting guards, shooting everyone.
Yeah, they go in loud, going loud and hot.
But Dennis's character, the owner of the casino, he has this safe.
Boom, boom, safe.
I thought it was called the powwow safe.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, he calls it the powwow safe. So he gets up. They find the powwow safe. He starts to open it. And then Ben Affleck's character is like, powwow. And he just starts shooting fucking everybody.
Because he knew. You look at Dennis Freeman. That's why I said he's great in this movie, man.
Yeah, this is one of
He
his
knew he was fucking dead. He got shot like 3 times before that.
best moment in this movie. And they're all dressed, I didn't mention, they're all dressed up like Santa Claus for whatever fucking reason to rob this casino. Because
we ain't playing Reindeer Games.
it's fucking, because it has to be a Christmas movie. So they had to squeeze that in there.
Right.
Anyway, so as he opens the powwow safe and starts shooting, they are obviously running away. And this is when he says, "Come back here, Santa." Welcome to the Cherokee Casino. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was something like that as he's shooting him. And I just died laughing because it was the greatest line.
Yep. And a couple of them get picked off along the way while they're trying to rob.
Yep.
And then it gets down to where it's just
Gary Sinise and
Ben Affleck, man.
Ben Affleck and Charlize Theron.
Yeah. But she's not like in the robbery.
No, she's not.
She's not even there, right? For the most part.
She's
She pops up at the end.
the end of it, yeah. And
So
they're
it's just
driving
the-
away.
She pops up. She's the getaway driver or some shit.
Yeah, I
ain't
think
she?
she's the getaway driver. She drives in to the casino with the car or whatever.
And they pop in. Yeah.
But as they're leaving, it's just Gary Sinise, Charlize Theron, and Ben Affleck's character when she reveals this was a whole setup by Gary Sinise and her. They're obviously lovers.
Not brother and sister, yeah.
They're not brother and sister like they claim to be throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, he locks on one door. Yeah, nice little tongue action.
Yeah, that was
Right there in front of Ben Affleck.
That was one of the nastiest kisses I've ever seen on screen. Like, if I would have seen that in public, I would have been like, hey, can you, like, calm it down? Like, that's pretty... We got kids here.
That's good shit.
But it's not over yet. But that's when Charlize Theron flips it and shoots Gary Sinise.
Right in the back of the dome, right?
Yeah. No, I think she shoots him, like, right in the chest. Like,
Is that what it was?
and then he tries to get away and shoots him in the back.
I just remember he has that great look on his face. Like, he's
Yeah.
just like, this bitch got me. Like,
And that's when Nick, Ben Affleck's cellmate, pops up.
Yeah.
I don't know if we mentioned this, but he gets stabbed.
Yeah, we said that.
We said that, okay.
Yeah, like opening credits. He's getting shanked.
So his cellmate pops up out of nowhere, and apparently this was set up by him.
Yep, set it up.
He set it up with Charlize Theron.
Talked to the girl, showed him the girl, kept telling him about this girl.
Mm-hmm.
When he gets out, she loves me. She can't get enough of me.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, Ben Affleck took it hook, line, and sinker, man.
So I personally think this twist is what makes this whole movie fall apart.
Yeah. I think they were doing too much.
Yeah, they wanted a double, because this is back when twists were like a thing
It's like
in
a triple
movies.
twist.
Yeah, but this is like a double twist. Like, oh shit, it's not one, but two. So anyway, this is where it falls apart for me, because they didn't need Ben Affleck's character to do this.
No.
Like, they could have, he could have not been involved. She could have just,
No, because that's the whole thing. She said there has to be 5 Santas.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, Ben Affleck is the last one in a Santa suit.
Why does it have to be 5 Santas? There could have been just 4 Santas.
I guess because that was how many robbed the bank. That's how many they needed to rob the casino, not the bank. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, they needed 5 Santas for that. 4 Santas would have got it done. I don't know, man. Like, I didn't write this shit.
Yeah, she keeps saying it, but I don't know what that even means. But
Gotta be 5 or whatever she says.
Yeah.
Like, she's really creepy. She
Yeah.
does a good job about selling that part.
She does. She's really good in this whole movie.
She is.
But that's what I was saying. Ben Affleck's character doesn't need to be in this movie, and it wouldn't have been any different, because she could have just set up Gary Sinise's character and then just, turned on him at the end, and her,
Man.
Nick would have gotten away.
Well, I guess that movie would have been a lot cheaper to make.
Yeah.
Because you could have saved the Ben Affleck money. But they didn't.
But they try to tie Ben Affleck to the car and push him over the...
Yeah, and he's a car thief.
And that's when he says, you don't put a car thief in a car.
That's what we didn't mention. That's why he's in prison at the beginning of the movie.
Oh,
folks.
yeah. He's
Grand
a car
Theft
thief.
Auto. Yeah, he's like got 3 counts of Grand Theft Auto or some shit. So, yeah, that probably would have helped out a lot.
Yeah.
Either way.
So as they're pushing him off,
He starts the car.
He starts the car, backs it into Nick, and then runs over Charlize Theron and drives her off the cliff with the car, and he jumps out. And then he takes the bag of money that they stole from the casino and starts to put it in mailboxes.
Just it's like real Santa.
I thought it was fucking stupid. He should have just kept the fucking
After
money.
all that bullshit he went through, hell yeah, he should have kept some of that money. I don't think he gave it all away.
You think he kept a stack?
Hell yeah, he kept a stack, dude. For all that pain and suffering, you better have kept a 2, 3.
And after that, they show him like still in the Santa suit, still beaten up, dirty.
Bloody, just dropping stacks off in people's mailboxes.
Well, after that, then he's at his parents' house because that's what he said. He's like, I want to be home with my family, hot cocoa, pecan pie. And so he's with his family at the end shot. Then the credits roll.
How super crazy convenient was it that the robbery and everything took place like a mile down the road from his family,
right.
for where he grew up?
He was able to just walk home.
Google Maps would have been pissed.
I didn't even think about that, but that's a good point. Like, this shit was just right down the road.
Thank God, dude. Like, I was worried I was going to get over here, like, make it by morning.
Yeah, right.
I'm a little fucked up, but I got the money, and I got Christmas, everybody.
So this movie was silly. It was fucking terrible, but it was a good fucking time. So do you have any, like, I want to start a new segment called Fun Facts.
Fun facts?
Yeah.
Do I have any fun facts about this movie?
Yeah.
Not much, other than the fact that I think it's crazy that 2 of these people are actually Academy Award winners now.
I think 3.
Who,
3 or 4.
Gary Sinise got one?
I don't know. I have to look it up, but I'm not sure. I think there's more than just the 2.
I know Affleck and Charlize have them.
Yep.
But, yeah, I think that's crazier than anything. It's just that this is this weird moment in time that you have these 2 people that made this shit movie together.
Yep.
But
yeah, Charlize Theron, she's like, I'm not happy about that movie.
I wanted to ask you this whole time, bro. Have you ever seen 2 Days in the Valley?
No.
Oh, my God. She's in that movie at like 19 years old, maybe 20. Oh, my God. She's banging hot. Oh, it's bad. Like, yeah. You get to see her full frontal in that one. She's killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, so Charlize Theron in this movie, so she is dating Nick in
Banging her brother.
Banging her quote-unquote brother, which she's actually dating.
Yeah.
And then she also fucks Ben Affleck.
Yeah,
she's really like a ride or die, giving it up to anyone that she needs to.
You could tell through that is actually one thing that's great about Charlize Theron is you could tell that character's fucked in the head. Like there's certain shots of her in that movie where you can see she's just not holding it all together very well anymore. Like,
yeah, her character was starting to annoy me because she was coming on to Ben Affleck like, I love you so much, I love you.
Yeah, but she had to keep him there.
And she was like laying it on so thick. I'm like, I wouldn't want to be with this chick because that's too much. Like, calm the fuck down.
Right.
We're about to die because you told your brother about this fucking casino.
Yeah, and then, but then at the end, like you said, when you see that she's just been fucking conning him the whole time, it makes me kind of think like, huh, not bad.
Yeah.
You know, but
yeah,
like
in
you
context,
said, she did lay it on so thick that even if you were believing her, it would be like, yeah, well, you're a little too thirsty.
Yeah, exactly.
I just got out of prison. It ain't like I was a great choice for you, you know. But yeah, that is one of the great things about this movie. If you can overlook like logic and don't, you know, and have a good time, it's not.
Oh yeah, if you can like just
it's a man movie.
See it for its like gem moments. I wanted to say too, like it's trying way too hard to be a Quentin Tarantino movie. Like there's some film
do a lot of
choices
back and forth and shit.
Yeah, this is back when Quentin Tarantino was big, so everyone wanted to be Quentin Tarantino.
Pulp Fiction, baby.
Yeah, but there's so many shots in here that I'm like, really, you're gonna take Quentin Tarantino's style and try to make it your own?
You gonna go see that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood when it comes out?
Yes,
of course, right?
Of course,
got to. But. Yeah, I don't have any real fun facts for this.
I got a couple.
You do?
I decided to look some up.
All right.
Vin Diesel was actually supposed to be in this movie.
As the star?
No, not
Where's
the
Gary
star.
Sinise?
Donald Logue. character. He was one of the henchmen.
Oh, okay.
He was like the white pudgy guy that looked a little out of place.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was supposed to be Vin Diesel. I've heard a couple of reasons why.
Shooting Fast and Furious.
Well, that's one that I heard, that he was too busy with Fast and the Furious, so he couldn't do this. But I also heard he was like way too hard to work with. He was asking.
I've heard that to this day. He's still that way.
Yeah, so that's not hard to imagine.
Huh. That's a cool fun fact.
Yeah.
What else you got?
John Frankenheimer, the director, this was his last theatrically released movie. Like, he didn't do anything else movie-wise after this.
Just killed it for him, huh?
Yeah.
Can't disappoint people anymore.
Apparently, he's like a really big actor or director, and he's done a lot of really great films. I haven't seen a lot of his work, but I did see. I looked him up, but I didn't see him. Like, I haven't watched them. But there was one he did that I actually love. The Island of Dr. Moreau.
I've heard of that.
You've never seen it?
I don't think I've watched it, but I've heard of it.
Man, we're going to put that on your list because it's another, like, it's bad, but it's good. It's a terrible movie, but it's so fun. So the basis of the movie is this doctor splices human genes with animal genes.
You know what? I think I remember that.
And he keeps all of them on the island and he's the father and takes care of them. The fucking...
It's got some names in it, doesn't it?
I think so, yeah. I haven't seen it since I was a kid.
Yeah, it's rattling around in there. I remember something about that.
I love that movie, but I couldn't believe it was the same guy that did that.
Huh. He's got a thing for the animals. Reindeer Games.
Yeah, right.
People. Yeah. So what was your overall grade of it?
This is, in my book, my new favorite cult film.
Yeah?
Oh, I wouldn't say favorite, but it's like in my pile of cult films. Like, if I want a good time and watch a really bad movie, I'd probably put this on because there's so many gems in here that
Around
me and
Christmas
my wife.
Time.
Yeah, my wife even said after it was over, she's like, "We found our new Christmas movie," because we have a list of Christmas movies that we watch each year.
Yeah, you should always watch Die Hard at Christmas.
No,
that's like American. There's a flag and like apple pie.
Nothing.
Fucking cobbler.
Just because it was released. Just because it was released on December 25th does not make it a Christmas movie. I love me some Die Hard. It is not a Christmas movie.
Takes place at Christmas, bro. They're at a Christmas party.
Yeah,
there's Christmas festive shit around the entire time.
Yeah, for like 5 seconds of the whole movie, and then they don't mention it ever again.
Hey man, you don't have to. It makes it a Christmas.
So what do you rate your own movie? Where do you put this?
Out of 5 being the best, 1 being just like never watch it again, I give it a 3.5.
3.5.
Yeah. Yeah, just because like I enjoy Ben Affleck, even though some of his movies are complete shite. I still like him.
Yeah.
So he gets more of a pass with this than he would with other shit.
Yeah, this is a passable movie.
I only picked it for you because like, you know, you give me such shit movies. I was like, he should get one back. Well,
what's really funny is you pick this movie is we've always been in talks because we shoot this 2 movies at a time.
Right.
Well, because we each give each other a movie, we record yours and then we record mine separately. And we've always talked about like having the movies kind of match up. Yeah. And coincidentally, these match up because this movie is going to be a cult film. Like in my wheelhouse anyway, it's going to be a cult film. And the movie we're going to talk about next is Krull, which is most definitely a cult film.
Yeah, what cult? They all drink the Kool-Aid cult. Yeah, that's the kind of cult, the Krull. Yeah.
So next time we will be talking about Krull.
I have no kingdom, Greg.
See you then.